The club has always been here. It's always been the hub of the community and just a central thing. Your buddies are here, there's a bit of camaraderie, there's teamwork, it's respect. Just local communities coming together and trying to do a little bit of good, really. It's just great. I don't think there's another club like it. But the writing was on the wall, I think.
Just over a year ago, we didn't know if we'd have a team or not. It was looking pretty bleak. Everybody here that knew, look, we could be in a bit of trouble here. Our club, our existence could be on the line. If our team goes, our club is going to go. That's taken away our hub, our community, our families, our friends. And we didn't want it to go. So we was like, look, pull our fingers out of and let's do something about it.
I think it's the hub of the community, really. The club has always been here.
Yeah, it's just been rugby, the mines. It's just working class town, to be honest.
After a long spell of being a stable local team, we went through a gradual decline over a number of years.
It got to a stage one time we had 4 boys training. You just can't survive with just 4 training. The WRU made the sanctions against us, which was an absolute body blow to us.
Our club, our existence could be on the line.
My name is Ray Davis. You're now in Tredegar Rugby Club. Tredegar Rugby Club came about in 1977. I was sat in a local club with my mate one day, looking how we could get a bit of money behind the bar and interest in the club. So I thought, why don't we start a senior side? We've had a youth side since 53, 54. A couple of us got together. We did a couple of flyers to put in local shops, local pubs, clubs. We had about 25, 30 people turn up. We started in season 77, 78. We were in the Gwent Junior Union Leagues and the rugby was excellent. The camaraderie off the pitch was brilliant. We really enjoyed it. So we took it from there. And that's how Tredegar Rugby Club came to fruition.
So Ryan Mann, or Egg, my nickname is, senior team manager, fixture secretary for the Minis and the 11s coach. So my father's name was Chicken, because I think his A used to stick up like a chicken. So I used to go in the change rooms with him and run the water on for the youth team, and then all the youth players. They're not very bright, so it was quite easy, the chicken and the egg. It's not the best nickname. I'd rather Psycho or something like that, but yeah, I've stuck with Egg. It's always been the hub of the community and just a central thing. Your buddies are here, it's a bit of camaraderie, it's teamwork, it's respect. If you want to come for a pint, if you want to come for, sausage surprise on a Saturday, it's just great. I don't think there's another club like it.
What the hell is a sausage surprise?
So you got sausage, and there's a surprise whether you get chips or beans or just bread and butter. It's always sausage. So it's a sausage surprise. Just local communities coming together and doing something on a Saturday, coming together and trying to do a little bit of good, really, and get people playing rugby.
My name's Craig Thomas. I'm currently captain of the Tredegar Seniors. I've played here for 30 years altogether. One-man club. I've never played anywhere else. So my dad always loved rugby. He brought me here. He had friends, local friends who came to the club. So his friends that, were starting a team, bring them along, this type of thing. I just always stayed and played with my friends, but basically played with my best mates, so loved it.
How has the village changed?
We used to have a colliery here years ago, Ellistown Colliery, and we've got that on our badge. Yeah, it's just been rugby, the mines, coal mine. So yeah, it's just working class town, to be honest. From personal experience, obviously the mines closed a long time before me, but in terms of things for the kids to do, things like youth clubs, and when I was young, I'd always go, it's none of that now. They tried to close the sports centre, Like, you know, in the summer all our kids are down there, so, you know, a bit down in the dumps, like, oh, there's not much to do. So then us getting this team together, and, you know, where all the kids can come and watch us on the weekend, it's a bit of a light for everyone, you know, a bit of a good feeling rather than the down and not much happening. So I think we're crucial to the village, to be honest.
I'm Dean Jones and I look after the commercial side of things for Tredegar RFC. I started playing rugby for the club when I was around 10 years old, after being dragged along by my best friend Ryan Eggman. Then I played for the club for roughly 23 years and was a supporter for a number of years before most recently getting involved on the committee and helping commercially. So I think after a long spell of being a relatively stable local team, we went through a gradual decline over a number of years, which culminated in the season of 23-24.
We was in, I think, maybe Division 4 at the time, and it was tough for a long time, and it just got too tough.
Basically, we struggled all season to put a side out. It got to a stage one time that we had 4 boys training, and you just can't survive with just 4 training. At the end of the season then, we struggled to fulfill our fixtures, and the WRU made the sanctions against us.
By the end of the year, you've got a certain cut-off date you've got to fulfill your fixtures by. And where we was having to play Saturday, Wednesday, as it was, to try and get the games in and done by that date, we just couldn't fit them last couple in by the cut-off. So our punishment from the WRU was not just give the other teams the points as if they had beat you in them games. They put us down to the bottom, so they demoted us 2 leagues down to Division 6. So it was a bit of, you know, where do we go from here?
The writing was on the wall, I think, from years previously when we didn't have a youth team, we didn't have a lot of, like, a conveyor belt. We just didn't have the players to come through, as opposed to maybe 10 years ago, where we had 20, 25 boys who were 18, 19, 20. Fast forward 10 years, them boys are 32, 33, 34, and then we had nothing coming behind. So it was always a matter of time before we hit the wall, really, and that's what happened.
I'm Leanne Jones, Mini Section Liaison Officer at Tredegar Rugby Club. We've lived in Tredegar all our life. You know, my brother played for this club, my father was involved with this club, so it's been a big part of growing up. So it was quite sad to see the seniors starting to struggle.
Why did the youth section go?
With the youth section, I don't think they had the numbers anymore, so we couldn't field a youth team. I think they get to an age of like 13, and I think some people, you know, wants to take to gaming, some people want to go to football. They make their mind up if they want to play rugby or not, and I just think that's what happened. They were having low numbers, and eventually they had to fold the team, and the kids went elsewhere.
So this season, it was literally shut the club or try and fight, basically. So a couple of us off the field got together and just tried to get a little bit of continuity, a little bit of process in place. We had a meeting back in May because we didn't have any players. We got chucked out of the league, and we were thinking, what are we going to do? We can't, you know, we're in the bottom league of Welsh Rugby. So we done that, we got together. We done exactly the same maybe 2 weeks later. So at least we knew that we had something. It was a start, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, really.
There was a real risk of the club going bust and not being able to field a team after being demoted. We said, look, we need to rise up again to where we were. So that was the overarching theme that the club, the players, the committee, the village bought into. The idea was that we launched a kind of sub-brand of the new Tredegar Phoenix, which in fairness actually resonated really well.
I think once everybody heard and knew that we could be in a bit of trouble here, our club, our existence could be on the line. Everyone say about that community and that social bit of spirit. Everybody gathered together, got the team back on track.
So it was a bit of a close season of doing a lot of work, getting a lot of people back involved, and interest in the club sort of took off. Kids were coming to watch us playing, and pre-season was a catalyst for us. The crowds we were having and the rugby we started to play, it showed what we could do. And I think the players realised, hey boys, let's have a go here because we can do something. And we did.
My name's Warren Davis, I'm the head coach of New Tredegar RFC. I'm just entering my second season. Last season was my first season at the club. The club had struggled the season prior. As a consequence, they were demoted to the bottom tier and there was a rebuild. They had four pillars. Number one was to recruit quality coaching staff, which I feel they've done, obviously. Another one was to get a consistent team on the field, which we've done. Another one was to build a mini section. And then number 4 is a long-term project of the club becoming sustainable. We brought in a lot of sponsorship last season, so where the accounts were looking pretty poor, they're looking a lot more healthy now. So, you know, the club is able to operate without worrying.
We have to make it sustainable, and that's challenging. It's exciting, it's very rewarding when you see when you see positive things happen, but it's just about trying to pull everyone together and get everyone to move in the right direction for the betterment of the club. From a short-term plan perspective, we got a team out that was super competitive, so that's a real positive. That was a real big tick in the box. We're engaged, we're bringing those young players back, and we feel positive about that. And then the long-term strategy is to reconnect that mini and junior section and re-establish a youth side so that we reconnect the pathway.
If we reviewed last season, it was wholly successful. We walked away by only losing one game by 1 point, and we were crowned champions.
We were put down to the bottom league, and we didn't really find out properly until a couple of months ago that if you get demoted to the bottom division, you can't get promoted in the first season in the new division, which was an absolute body blow to us last year.
You know, giving us a punishment like they did and then saying, oh, you've won the league now, you still can't go up, you still got to stay another year. I don't get that one. I'm like, well, you've put us down to 2 leagues, took our punishment. The only way to get back up is to win the league to go back up. People will be like, oh, what we got? You know, they might be like, I don't want to do that again. I want to play up in that league, or I want to. So I think it's damaging at some points, but I just hope we can continue what we've started. Winning the league wasn't the end of anything. It's just the start of us trying to rebuild as best we can.
I would like to say the future is very, very bright. Got our players still playing and the youth, get a youth team back together. All the kids in the mini section. I think, you know, we've got a bright future ahead for us.
We've got all this junior section, seniors, 25 plus boys training, whereas 2 seasons ago, nowhere near that. A year ago, 18 months ago, it was looking pretty bleak. But now it's a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel with all trying to get to. It means everything to me. Growing up, I've gone down that field and watched them players play, and then I'm out at it following, what they was doing. So it's great. And seeing my boys now and my daughter when they're younger, so it's generational kind of passing through. It's just everything. It's the social, it's the family, the togetherness. It's great. It's kind of just a place where we can get together as a community, really.
The club has been very welcoming for me. Personally, my daughter was diagnosed with a rare genetic condition in February of this year, and as soon as that diagnosis was received, the support and outpouring of support from players, committee members and people I hadn't met was second to none. So what does New Tredegar mean to me? It means a lot, and although I've only been here a short period of time, I do feel like I'm part of New Tredegar.
We just want to be around and we just want to be able to contribute to the community, because there's no doubt in my mind that the village would be a worse place without New Tredegar Rugby Club in it. I worked at the club, I worked behind the bar, me and Egg were DJs at the club when we were 14, 15. It's been a central part of my life, and it's definitely helped shape the person I am, and it makes me feel privileged now to be in a position to have a positive impact on the club and the people who are using it.
I've always been around New Tredegar, I've always been brought up in New Tredegar. My brother, my father, a lot of people have played for New Tredegar, and to me this is home. New Tredegar have always been a big part of my life.
I think it's the hub of the community, really. So not everyone obviously uses it, but it has always been in the centre, really. The club has always been here. It does mean a lot. It doesn't mean a lot to everyone, but it means a lot to enough people to keep it going, really.
Over the years, not so much the on-field, and that's been great. It's the off-field. We've had a great social club here. Older people, younger people. We're one of the few clubs that still have a sing-song after a game. We're one of the few clubs that still take a bus to our away games. And our social club has been the envy of most of the people around here. Most probably, if you ask my missus, she'll tell you I love the club more than I love her, but that's most probably for most rugby people. I like to go and watch the game of rugby, but I also like to sit in the club after and have a pint, sit down with old friends. That's what it's all about to me. This is our club, we built it, and it's still going well now.
I've got a very odd question.
Go on.
Why didn't you let it die?
You can't. It's I don't know. It's not our club. We're just looking after it at the minute. Sorry. So there's people before us that has put it to this position. So we couldn't really.
Do you mind telling me a little bit more about that?
No, not at the minute.
Okay, sorry, mate. You take your time.
You have to cut.
Yeah, you're fine.